Hi, today I'm going to show you gesture practice progression after a month of practice and after 8 months of practice. It was 30 minutes a day, so it's more like 15 hours of practice versus 120 hours of practice. This is done on quickposes.com. It's a website where they flip through a pretty large catalog of timed images. For me, I set the timer to 90 seconds per image. The cool thing about the website is that they record your progress and give you certificates for hitting certain benchmarks. God, I sound like an ad, but I'm not being paid. Trust me, I wish I was. I wish. 10 hours of practice, I think. Yep. I think this was 30 hours of practice and combined 70 hours of practice. This is when I could afford a color ink. Nah, I'm just kidding. I still can't afford that. Okay, here's footage from March 11th, 2020 on the left, and footage from August 14th, 2019 on the right. In both cases, I'm using Clip Studio Paint. I do use different pen tools since then, but that doesn't really matter when looking at these drawings. I also did change the tone of the paper into this toned gray, and that's because recently I've been doing a lot of quick value studies instead. Okay, this first one's kind of a commanding picture of a female, I don't know, like officer, sailor. I start off at the same place for both of these. I think on the left I really hate drawing uniforms back in the day. Drawing naked bodies is way easier because it's what I've practiced more of. But yeah, start off with the head. I like already how recently I do more kind of confident lines. I'm using a lot more straights for the edges. It's not like delicate S curves or C curves. It's kind of a commanding pose, so I like the shapes a lot more. They seem a lot more confident on the left side. Wow, I'm actually like working on the same area at the same, like I did the same progression. Yeah, I ran out of space there on the
no space left.
Back then. Where are those legs going? Oh my god. So here's the comparison between the initial 1 month of practice and 8 months. Yeah, you can see I didn't even get to finish on my first try. There's just like no legs. It also looks very flat on July 14th. And even compared to 1 month of practice, you know, there is still some depth now. What I really don't like even now is I didn't really draw the left hand that well. It seems easy to do now. It's just a few simplified triangles, but right now, like, what is that? I don't even know what that is. Although I'm not that hard on myself, even on my past drawings. Even though sometimes I look at old drawings and, you know, I go, "What?" But for these ones, I know it's only 90 seconds. It's a pretty short amount of time to get a figure down. Although sometimes 90 seconds feels like a damn long time.
Oh, how much time is left?
85 seconds remaining.
What? Oh shit! Why is your costume to be so damn complicated?
Ew, this one's like disgusting. What the? Okay, picture 2. I kind of chose this one because it kind of caught me by surprise both times. Oh, sorry, no offense to the model. Oh my god. This is like 18th century gold digger or something kind of look. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, here's the reef shit. There's just so much visual stuff happening. Like, the uniform is so not typical. It's not like a regular t-shirt. There's like flaps hanging around everywhere.
Did I draw the outfit last time? This is ridiculous.
Whoa, she has a bone.
90 seconds.
She has a bone. What the
Why does she have a bone? I don't understand. I don't even think I noticed that the first time.
And a sash. There's just so much going on in this picture. How did I draw this? So, oh my god, what am I doing on the right side? Oh god. Yeah, I was just very overwhelmed by all just processing everything. And even on the left, I don't think I was that happy with it in the moment.
That
Well,
outfit
I tried
was
my
so
best.
damn complicated, dude.
It is what it is. What a disaster.
Yeah, for this one, I feel like I was way too overwhelmed in the process. Just look at like the comparison between the dates. The first time in July, I barely even did anything. No clothes, no arms, no head. And even in August, wow, like those clothes really distracted me. The proportions are even worse. Like looking at the chest and the leg, oh my god. In those few months, I guess I learned a lot about processing images and simplifying them quicker. And that's what it is really, like simplifying objects in order to draw them in a more aesthetically pleasing way. And I think that's just something that develops with repetition, being able to simplify in your head and make those shapes on paper. This one might actually like the first one that I did back in August better than the one I did recently.
The hair is like a big fluff ball.
And this just goes to show, like, it's not all very clear improvement. There's some good days, there's some bad days, and there's just some good poses. There's some poses that give you trouble in the moment. So again, I'm starting with the hair. I usually start with the face. Although, if you're having trouble doing it on time, I suggest starting with like the biggest shapes, like the torso, the pelvis, and then the head. Yeah, so I really like how right now I'm drawing on the right. The shoulder is pretty slanted. Gives it kind of that lazy feel, like the head is resting on that right shoulder. And I did a pretty good job on it back in August. I might actually like that one more. And I'm finishing it off with the legs. The one thing I have to say is that I did get the proportions more accurate more recently on the left.
Oh, I like that one actually. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, in this one you can see like a pretty big difference in just a month. Doesn't really have to take that long. Yeah, while that first one just doesn't capture the pose or story at all. And the shoulders are so tense. The clothes make the image look so flat. It's just silhouetting. There's nothing giving it depth. And I don't know why the butt cheek lines are so long. Yeah, it's I do kind of like the 1 month one more than the 8th month one. It's a bit more laid back, lazy kind of gesture because of probably the shape of the hair, the angle of the shoulders, that kind of thing. So here's a few more comparisons, but not too much more left to say really. I think it's helped especially for, like I said, processing images, simplifying the shapes, subconsciously thinking about line weight. I'll continue to do it. Lately, I've been doing other forms of practice with the website, not just 90-second timed gesture practice. It kind of gets boring and repetitive. So yeah. Since it was in real time, maybe you can go back, draw along with me, see how well you do. Let me know. I encourage you to practice, while we're all stuck inside. So, see you next time. Bye.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, you're a damn liar.